stop record button. Start record button. Double tap to activate.
What's up, everybody? This is Travis Laska, and I'm back again with another video. And before I even get into any details of the video, I am actually gonna experiment a bit with my channel because I haven't really been able to do much of any really interesting videos, shall I say. So I figured, why not be a little bit creative? So I figured, why not start up a, some sort of series that actually teaches people about, different technology and adaptive equipment. So I'm actually going to be experimenting a bit with what I'm going to call an Nvda series. So in this portion, I will be talking about what is Nvda, how to use Nvda, and also how to download it. Excuse me. So why don't we get started? So what is Nvda? Basically, what Nvda is, it's a screen reader for any Windows-based computers that are compatible with the, with the Windows-based systems. And NVDA actually stands for Non-Visual Desktop Access. So basically what that is, as it has in its name, is that it is a screen reader. So that basically, again, that explains what it's used for. So then the next thing I'm going to talk about is actually how to actually, I'm going to get into a little bit of the tutorial in this portion. So one of the ways that you can actually use NVDA is you can actually use it in a Word document, you can use it in navigation tools, and for those of you who may not know, NVDA actually, compared to JAWS, NVDA will actually read PDF files. So I will actually show you some of the keyboard gestures that you can do with NVDA. One of which I actually use pretty much all the time is the NVDA key, which is your insert key. So let's say you want to check updates. So basically the way you would do that is you would press your insert key, press and hold your insert key, and then press the letter N, and then you'll get into the NVDA menu, and then you want to press H, or if that, you go under, I forget exactly what it's called, and then you go to, after you select the item that you're selecting, next you click on C, which is check for updates. So first I'm gonna show you the longer way of doing it. So I'm gonna open the NVDA menu. Hold on a minute, sorry about that.
Loading unknown.
Sorry about that. That was my NVDA for some strange reason shut itself off. So what you're going to do is you're going to activate the NVDA menu.
NVDA menu.
Then you're going to, this is the longer version of it. So I'm going to arrow down until I reach the
Preferences sub. Tools sub menu T.
So first you heard preferences. Now I'm at tools.
Help sub menu H.
And you're going to select help. So I'm going to press enter to select, or you can use your mouse key if you have a laptop. But in this case, I'm actually going to use the enter key.
User guide you.
So then again, I'm going to scroll until I hear check for updates.
Commands quick. What's new in NVDA website. License I. Contributors O. Welcome dialog. Check for update. C.
And there you heard it. That's check for update. And I'm going to select that.
Checking for update dialog. NVDA update dialog. No update available. Close button Alt C.
So as you heard it say, no update available. So as you heard it say, close Alt C, which is one of the ways you can do it, or you can just simply press F4, not F, Alt F4.
Windows 10 Update Assistant dialog. Pane. New notification from Windows 10 up. New notification window. Dismiss this note.
So the next thing I want to show you is the shorter version before I go on to the next step. So it's going to be the same thing, except you're going to press the letters.
NVDA menu. User guide you. Checking for NVDA update dialog. No update available. Close unknown.
Alright, so there you have it for the shortcut. So next thing I want to show you is actually how to change your voices. So you may remember from the previous video when I did the specs and features of this laptop and talked about whether or not you should get it. So I'm actually going to show you the default voice as you heard in the previous video. So in order for me to do that, I'm going to go to my NVDA menu.
NVDA menu.
And then I'm going to go to the letter P for preferences.
General settings. G.
And then I'm going to select the letter S for synthesizers.
Synthesizer dialog. Synthesizer. Combo box Microsoft Speech API version 5 collapsed Alt S.
Now as you heard, I have it set for SAPI 5. Which even in those voices you can actually change the voices for. But right now we're on to the synthesizers. So I'm going to arrow up to eSpeak, which is the default voice.
eSpeak NG.
And I have it set to the American English. So I'm going to select.
Unknown.
Actually, no, I don't. Sorry about that. I thought I had it set to the American English. So this is actually the default voice for NVDA. So now if I go to...
Desktop.
Sorry about that. That was my touchpad I accidentally touched. So, again, I'm going to go to Preferences to change the synthesizer back again.
NVDA menu. User guide U. Help submenu H. General settings. Synthesizer dialog. Microsoft Speech API.
Unknown.
Alright, so now I'm back to SAPI 5. And there's actually 3 other synthesizers on there, which, of course, you have Windows 1 Core Voices as well. And then you have No Speech. So, now I'm going to show you your voice changing activations. So again, I'm going to go to the NVDA menu.
NVDA menu.
Then I'm going to do the letter V for voices.
V.
Oops, sorry about that. And then
General
again,
settings.
back to preferences.
G. Voice
And then I
settings
press
dialog.
V for voices.
Voice. Combo box Microsoft Zero Desktop English. United States. Collapsed Alt V.
So as you heard it say, it said Microsoft's Zero, which is what I have it set to. So here's the voice selections in SAPI 5.
Microsoft Hazel.
Microsoft David Desktop English, United States.
So Microsoft David is your default voice for SAPI 5.
Back button. Controls. Home. OK. Charge battery. Batteries. OK. Choose video. 12:20. Stop record button.
Sorry about that. You know, again, as I mentioned before, you have Microsoft David as your default voice for SAPI 5. So now I'm going to arrow down.
Microsoft Hazel Desktop English. Great Britain.
So as you just heard it say, Microsoft Hazel, which is the second voice. Then you have
Microsoft Zero Desktop English. United States.
Microsoft Zero, and that's pretty much it for your voices on SAPI 5.
Micro unknown.
So now I'm going to go to your synthesizer voices. So I'm going to go into synthesizers.
NVDA menu. General settings. Synthesizer dialog. Windows 1 Core Voices.
And I'm going to select Windows 1 Core Voices.
Unknown.
And so now I'm going to go back into the settings.
NVDA menu. General setting. Microsoft George Mobile.
So as you've heard, the first voice is Microsoft George, which is a British voice.
Microsoft Susan Mobile.
Then you have Microsoft Susan.
Microsoft Hazel Mobile.
Then that's Microsoft Hazel.
Microsoft Zero Mobile.
Microsoft Zero.
Microsoft Mark Mobile.
Microsoft Mark. And then that's pretty much about it for that. So I'm gonna put it back to George.
Microsoft.
And then also you have Microsoft David, of course.
Microsoft George Mobile.
So I'm gonna select that.
Unknown.
And now, let me take it back to the SAPI 5 for a minute.
NVDA General settings. Synth, no speech. Windows 1, Microsoft Speech API version 5.
Unknown.
Alright, so now I'm actually going to demonstrate how NVDA can actually be used in Word. So I'm going to open up Word.
Start window. Cortana window. F. C web. Unknown.
Oops.
Start window. Word. Desktop app 1 of
So now I have Word opened.
unknown. Word. New grouping. New grouping. Featured grouping. Blank document button. Blank document Alt. F. L.
So as you heard it just mentioned the keys I need to press to create a new document, which is Alt plus F plus L. So I'm going to press those key commands.
Document 1. Microsoft Word document edit multi-line.
And
Page 1 section 1 blank.
as you can see is that it's already loaded, and I actually have it set to actually pronounce words when I space between different sentences. So for example, I'm going to do just a test sample for you guys to actually understand how it works.
H-I egg space.
And that's another thing I wanted to mention too, is that it also buzzes if, say, you made an error. So, as you heard, that's the buzzing for an error.
Egg.
So now,
F.
I'm going to actually do the correct spelling.
H. Y. I. Space. Space. Dot. Space. H. O. D. How. A. R. R. Y. U. U. D. N. G. Dong. D. N. G. Doing. Question.
So, as you heard, with each space and punctuation that I used, it actually pronounced the words that I typed.
Space.
So now the next thing I also want to show you is your reading commands. If you actually use the reading command, which, again, I understand that JAWS also does this, but it actually sounds more human with NVDA than it does with, say, JAWS for Windows or something like that. So basically what this does is actually, if you have it on no punctuation, it'll actually put this into an actual question. So it'll be a little something like this.
Spelling error high. How are you doing?
So then again, that's basically how it works. So now I'm gonna close this out.
Microsoft Word. Learn more. Save. Don't save button. Alt N. Unknown.
And then the next thing I'm going to show you is how to actually start and exit NVDA. So right now I have NVDA turned on, and to exit NVDA you do insert plus Q, or you can also do the long way, which is going through the NVDA menu. So I'm gonna do it the long way around by using the NVDA menu.
NVDA menu. Exit NVDA dialog. What would you like to do?
So that's actually one of the ways you can exit NVDA, is by doing your NVDA menu and then pressing the letter X. And then after I start up the application again, I'll show you the other way to do it.
Taskbar.
So another way to actually exit NVDA, which is actually a bit shorter than that, is you do insert key plus Q.
Exit NVDA dialog. What would you like to do? Combo box exit collapsed. Alt D.
And there you have exited. So now what I'm going to teach you guys how to do is actually how to start NVDA. So I'm going to start off with the longer version. So you're going to do start menu, and then you're going to type out NVDA. And then you're going to press enter.
Unknown.
So that's the longer way of starting up NVDA.
Exit NVDA.
So now I'm going to show you the shorter way of starting NVDA, which is which is Alt Control plus N.
Taskbar.
So the final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I mean by the fact that it reads PDF files better than JAWS does. So I'm going to actually open up a website that does actually have a lot of PDF files.
Start window. Internet Explorer. Unknown. Internet Explorer. HTTP. www. Time Warner Cable. Open dialog type. Desktop list.
Whoops.
Open dialog type the www dot IHARTRADIO iHeart Radio CM Time Warner Cable Internet Explorer. Time Warner Cable document. Link your home, link your business, link TWC Central, link about us. Page loading. Link 1088863884SFO1M verified com. Unknown.
So,
Unknown.
as you saw when the page loaded, it actually pulled up a PDF, which was what it was reading. So,
2018 Infiniti Q50 pricing for sale Edmunds Internet Explorer. 2018 Infiniti Q50 pricing for sale Edmunds Internet Explorer dialog. Do you?
so that's
2018 desktop list.
So that's actually a really good example of Nvda reading PDF files. So I will actually get to further more detailed steps in the next video, because once again, as I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm trying something a little bit different. But anyways, this is Travis Laska signing out. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.
Stop record.